This has been a really fun project to work on. The way it worked is that I had some guidelines. The story had to include something to do with autism and something to do with depression, two subjects that I'm interested in. When I presented it to the students, I said, well, we're just starting, let's get some of your ideas. And I have a folder full of the stuff that the students' responses. Some they did by writing, some in discussion. And the very first day, the young man that you will meet in this video, Hamza, he raised his hand and said, what about if we use something about hate mail? That there had been a letter written by a very cruel person insulting an autistic child, and it was an anonymous letter, and that was in a lot of the newspapers at the end of the summer. I have had, in total, there'll be 7 visits with the students. Today we had the 6th visit, and every visit I've come in and told them a problem, like I'm working on this, right? Now I need to figure out, okay, I started with a boy and his cousin. The cousin is autistic, has autism, and the boy, the narrator of our story, hasn't told anybody that it's his cousin. He's ashamed that his cousin has autism. So what's going to happen? The question that I told the students I love to ask all the time, what if? What if the kids get in trouble? What if they all get sent to detention together? What if there's a detention and something happens and he has to stand up, and Jordy has to stand up for his cousin Todd? And I got many of the ideas from the kids in the class.
Well, I think the impact on the students, it's more than just on one level. For example, they've learned a lot about the writing process, they've learned about taking notes, they've learned about how to come up with ideas, they've learned about writing a text or a draft. But I think they also learned about the topic, the autism as well. They're teenagers and they want to be accepted just like Todd did in the book too. And they go to school with students who are autistic too. So it's nice for them to have a chance to consider that perspective too. So they learned about that. I feel also they really valued being consulted. They liked to be asked their opinion.
I feel as if now I see that how autistic kids, even though they function differently, they're still like us because of their interests. Like they may have, for example, in their book, Todd, he really likes airplane. Me, it would be as if I like cooking or something, except I don't like express it the same way he does. I won't talk about it over and over and over again. So it's the same thing, except he shows it more. And in the book, when they said that how autistic kids don't have emotions, I found it weird because he does have feelings. They do have emotions. That's why he expresses it through how he talks about planes and how much he loves it. So
before, I never used to like books and all that, and I never went to the library, and I never wrote a story, and my English marks were really low. Since Monique Polak came, she gave us notes, and my English had gotten better in studies. I got a 76 overall, and I was really happy. And the stories I write, I get 100%, and it just gets me really happy. And I'm happy that because of me, the whole story is about my idea, and just by thinking about that, just because of me, the whole idea started to a book, and that book's gonna be published. It just really gets me happy.